Hey, it's Cyberlanny, and welcome back to another part of reviewing Boostek Productions. So last week I covered the pilot episode of Rainbow Figures, and this week episode 1 will be covered. The first episode is titled Magic Paper, when Soap finds a magic paper which makes drawings come to life, and he spends the entire day making his drawings come to life. Anyways, enough chit chat and let's jump right in. The episode introduces a new intro with an original soundtrack, which was not top tier quality. Hearing the song hurts my ears a lot, and I have no idea why I thought it was a good OST or why this was a good intro, but it tells us who the main protagonists are and what their personality traits are. Dave Josker is the responsible, Steve Sanchez is the smart, Lee Hansers is the asshole, our green friend Dan Hufferman is the romantic cook. I have no idea what I was doing with that. Subwater is the stupid, our light blue friend Kenny Turner is the phone addict, and Mason Miller is the musician. And that's all the intro really is. Just brief introductions to the characters and showing the title card at the beginning and the end. So that was a really quick review of the intro. I also want to mention my preferred name used to be Dave Flett, but I prefer Sysis Alanovid now. So now we're ready to jump into the actual episode itself. The beginning of the episode starts out with everyone looking at something Soap is showing them, as they are in an awkward silence situation because all they see is a blank paper on a desk. Lee gets annoyed that Soap is showing them something that's not exciting at all, but Soap finally does something and shows them what he wants to show them. He draws this, and it comes to life, which causes Lee to exclaim in disgust and fear. Soap calls this weird species he created a Chandler, which is already a human's name, but I honestly didn't know Chandler was the name at the time, and I thought of the name myself, but I got disappointed when I found out a name like that already exists, but oh well, it's stuck like that now. Lee walks out of the room because he's just had enough of Soap's randomness. So does everyone. So now Soap and the Chandler is left alone in a room with a magic paper. Soap asks himself if they're seriously not going to try with the magic paper he found, but he looks at his Chandler and named him Frankly, as he told him how cute he is. Insert cute Frankly noises. But suddenly, we see a dark place with a mysterious voice claiming that Soap does not have some kind of power, and they actually do have this kind of power, so with this power he must fix something. Suddenly the darkness goes away and we see this mysterious character with red and blue eyes and the opposite colors as pupils on each side. He asks himself why does he have to live in a corrupted place to prevent real life glitches, errors, and corruptions, as he broke the fourth wall by noticing the text that is still present and not going away, which is another corruption, so he literally reboots the entire space-time continuum. Back at the house, Frankly is sitting on his shelf watching Soap as he's not sure what else to draw on the magic paper. So he asks Frankly what he should draw, and Frankly wants Soap to draw boobies, to which Soap enjoyed but passed from the idea. He went on ahead to draw a black stick which manipulates the daylight cycle, so he plays with it by changing from daytime to nighttime repeatedly, because he felt so powerful, but he got bored of it fast, and Frankly screams out boobies, and Soap immediately rejected his requests. Meanwhile, Dan randomly decides to open up to his friends, excluding Soap, because he is currently distracted with the magic paper. But Dan asks his friends if he ever told them about his twin brother. Steve said no and to tell them about it. Dan explained that he lost his family when he was at the age of 3. Because he lost them at such a young age, he had forgotten their names, so his adopted family finally told him that he was adopted when he was at the age of 18. It made him really sad. Now he's finally 35, he is trying to find out who his biological family are. I want to make a quick message here. Don't listen to what Dan just explained because his age is not canon in this episode, as most of the series was pretty much freestyle. Anyways, back to the episode. After Dan explained, Steve tells him that he knows a scientist who can help him find who his biological family is, and his name is Dr. Bitch, which caused Dan to question his name and thought it was ridiculously funny. They went to Dr. Bitch's home, which looks like an old scary haunted house in the middle of nowhere on a hill with dark clouds. What? Steve and Dan arrive to the house only to find Dr. Bitch dead on his floor, and Steve casually states he's dead, but he knows another scientist named Dr. Stupid. Unfortunately, Steve realizes there is nothing he can do, so he apologizes to Dan, and it made Dan feel disappointed. Meanwhile, Soap is thinking about what he should draw next, and he screamed in boredom because he doesn't know what to draw. Little did Soap know he's being watched by another mysterious character. he becomes aware that Soap has the magic paper and he broke the fourth wall by realizing he's being rude by not doing an intro. He is named Mysterious Interdimensional Man, and that is not how you spell interdimensional, but mainly don't pay attention with the interdimensional part because again, I had no idea what I was doing with these kind of things. Sounds ridiculous, but you have to suffer the cringe with me. Anyways, the Mysterious Interdimensional Man really wants the magic paper, so he starts scheming to steal the magic paper from Soap. Then he comes up with an idea and decides not to say anything. But luckily, we get into a time skip to that night. Soap is sleeping with Frankly on his side, then a portal brightens the room, which caused Frankly to wake up because he was faced directly at it. The interdimensional man entered the room from the portal. Now he has the magic paper in his hands. Frankly sees what the figure is doing, so he gets mad at him, and the interdimensional man created another portal to leave the room with the magic paper, and he states that it was too easy. Yet, we go to another time skip to the next day. Soap is in the kitchen drinking coffee, then Steve comes in to ask Soap where is the magic paper and Frankly. Soap explained that he doesn't know what happened and they just disappeared suddenly. He then walked up to go to his bedroom so he can be depressed in peace. Soap wishes he drew those boobies for Frankly before he disappeared as he clearly misses him. Meanwhile, Frankly is sitting down watching the interdimensional man with the magic paper and he still wants the boobies to be drawn. The interdimensional man immediately tells Frankly no, which causes him to get angry and attack the interdimensional man. Going back to Soap, he complains about being really bored, to which Lee tells Soap to shut up because he's always bored. Soap shouts back at Lee calling him a bitch, but a portal opens up behind him. For some reason, Frankly comes back with a suitcase, but the two of them finally reunite and all they care about is being together again. They never fucking questioned the weird interdimensional man or the portals opening up in their bedroom. Meanwhile, the interdimensional man can't think of anything to draw on the magic paper, and that is the end of the episode. But something new is introduced to the series, and that's the RF questions. The RF question asks, what would you draw on the magic paper? Well, what I would draw on the magic paper is pizza, because I really love pizza, it's my favorite food. This episode's Wingding's message translates to, who is Dan's family? So that was episode 1, Magic Paper from Rainbow Figures. It was released on April 3, 2020. The duration of this episode is 5 minutes and 1 second. That's 2 minutes and 55 seconds longer than the pilot episode. Also, there were 114 pictures produced. That's 85 more pictures than the pilot episode. So episode 1 has dominated the pilot episode for the most produced content. One final thing. This production started on February 18, 2018 and ended on March 26, 2018. And the episode currently has 190 views. Anyways, that does it for the second part of reviewing BlueStack Productions, and episode 2 will be reviewed in the next part. And before I end the video, I want to mention that I'm going to make this into a weekly kind of thing where one of each BlueStack video gets reviewed every week, but I will not cover the Hazbin Hotel fandoms because it's not original content. I only want to cover original content, so until next time, see you around.